You never forget the first time your child slams the door and says, "I'm done, I'm moving out." It's a punch to the gut. You stand there, heart pounding, wondering what just happened. You replay every conversation, every argument, every little moment, searching for the one thing that pushed them away. You ask yourself, was it something I said? Something I did? Or maybe something I didn't do? If you're a parent, you know this pain. You know the fear. You know the worry that keeps you up at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if your child will ever come back, if your relationship will ever be the same. Let me tell you a story. It's not just my story, it's the story of so many parents who love their kids more than anything, but still find themselves standing in an empty hallway, listening to the echo of a slammed door. Our son, Adam, was always a good kid. He was smart, funny, and kind. He loved video games, pizza nights, and long talks about the universe. But as he got older, things started to change. He became distant. He spent more time in his room, less time with us. Conversations turned into arguments. Simple questions felt like interrogations. The house felt colder, quieter, even when he was home. We tried everything. We tried being stricter. We tried being more lenient. We tried family dinners, movie nights, even bribing him with his favorite snacks. Nothing worked. The more we tried, the more he pulled away. It felt like we were losing him, one silent dinner at a time. Then one day it happened. After a particularly heated argument about his future, Adam packed his bags and left. No warning, no goodbye. Just a note on the kitchen table. "I need space. Please respect that." I can't describe the feeling. It's like your heart is being squeezed by a fist you can't see. You want to call them, beg them to come home, promise to change. But you don't. You sit there, staring at the empty chair, wondering where you went wrong. Days turn into weeks. The house feels emptier than ever. You start to question everything. Did we push him too hard? Did we not push him enough? Should we have listened more? Should we have talked less? But here's the thing. This isn't just about Adam. This is about every parent who's ever felt helpless, lost, or scared. It's about the silent battles we fight behind closed doors. It's about the love that sometimes hurts more than it heals. And it's about the one change that turned everything around for us, the change that brought our son back, not just to our home, but to our hearts. Let's talk about that change. But first, let's get real. If you're listening to this, you're probably a parent who's struggling. Maybe your child hasn't moved out yet, but you feel the distance growing. Maybe you're walking on eggshells, afraid to say the wrong thing. Maybe you're just tired of the arguments, the silence, the feeling that you're losing your child. I get it. I've been there. And I want you to know you're not alone. So what was the change? It wasn't a new rule. It wasn't a family meeting. It wasn't even a heartfelt apology. It was something much simpler, but so much harder. We stopped trying to fix Adam. We stopped trying to control his choices, his future, his feelings. We let go. Not in a careless way, but in a loving, intentional way. We realized that our job wasn't to mold him into the person we wanted him to be. Our job was to love him, support him, and trust him to find his own way. That sounds easy, right? But it's not. It goes against every instinct you have as a parent. You want to protect your child. You want to guide them, teach them, keep them safe. But sometimes the best way to love your child is to let them go. To give them the space to make mistakes, to learn, to grow, to trust that you've given them the tools they need, even if you're not there to watch them use them. Let's break this down into 4 actionable steps. These are the steps that helped us rebuild our relationship with Adam. They're not magic. They won't fix everything overnight. But they're a start. And sometimes, that's all you need. Step 1. Listen without fixing. This is the hardest step, but also the most important. When your child comes to you with a problem, don't jump in with solutions. Don't tell them what they should do, how they should feel, or why they're wrong. Just listen. Really listen. Let them talk. Let them vent. Let them be angry, sad, confused, or scared. Your job isn't to fix their feelings. Your job is to hold space for them, to let them know that whatever they're feeling is okay, that you're there for them, no matter what. I remember the first time I tried this with Adam. He called me, frustrated about his job. My instinct was to give advice, to tell him what I would do. But I stopped myself. I just listened. I said things like, "That sounds really tough," or "I can see why you'd feel that way." I didn't offer solutions, I didn't judge, I just listened. And you know what? He opened up. He talked for over an hour. By the end of the call, he sounded lighter, calmer. He didn't need me to fix his problem. He just needed me to listen. Step 2. Respect their boundaries. This one is tough, especially if you're used to being involved in every aspect of your child's life. But as they grow up, they need space. They need privacy. They need to make their own decisions, even if you don't agree with them. That means not prying into their personal life, not showing up unannounced, not calling or texting 100 times a day. It means trusting them to come to you when they're ready. When Adam moved out, I wanted to call him every day. I wanted to check in, make sure he was okay. But I didn't. I gave him space. I let him reach out when he was ready. It was hard. It felt like I was abandoning him. But I wasn't. I was respecting his boundaries, and when he did call, our conversations were better, more honest, more real. He knew I respected his space, and that made him more willing to share. Step 3. Own your mistakes. As parents, we're not perfect. We make mistakes. We say things we don't mean. We let our fears and insecurities get the best of us. But the most powerful thing you can do is admit when you're wrong. Apologize. Not in a way that puts the blame on your child, but in a way that takes full responsibility. Say, "I'm sorry for the way I handled that. I was wrong. I'm learning too." I remember a time when Adam and I had a huge argument about his career choices. I said things I shouldn't have. I let my fear take over. Later, I called him and apologized. I didn't make excuses. I didn't justify my behavior. I just said, "I'm sorry. I was wrong." It was hard, it was humbling, but it made a difference. It showed him that I was willing to grow, to change, to be vulnerable. And that opened the door for him to do the same. Step 4. Focus on connection, not control. This is the heart of it all. As parents, we want to guide our children. We want to help them make good choices. But sometimes, our desire to control gets in the way of real connection. We focus on rules, expectations, and outcomes instead of just being present with our child. But connection is what matters most. It's what keeps the relationship strong, even when things get tough. After Adam moved out, I made a conscious effort to focus on our connection. I stopped asking about his job, his finances, his plans. Instead, I asked about his interests, his friends, his dreams. I shared my own stories, my own struggles. I let him see me as a person, not just a parent, and slowly, our relationship started to heal. We laughed more. We talked more. We understood each other better. The control faded away, and the connection grew stronger. These 4 steps aren't easy. They take time, patience, and a lot of self-reflection. But they work. They worked for us. They helped us rebuild our relationship with Adam, not as parent and child, but as 2 people who love and respect each other. And that's what matters most. Now, I want to talk to you, parent to parent. I know how hard this is. I know the pain of watching your child walk away. I know the fear of losing them forever. But I also know that it's never too late. It's never too late to change, to grow, to heal. Your child may have moved out, but that doesn't mean they've moved on. They still need you. They still love you. They're just trying to find their own way, just like you did once. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to grieve the loss of the little boy or girl who used to run into your arms. But don't let that grief turn into resentment, anger, or control. Let it be a reminder of how much you love your child. Let it motivate you to be the parent they need now, not the parent you used to be. If you're struggling, take a deep breath. You're not alone. There are millions of parents out there who feel the same way. Reach out. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Parenting is hard, it's messy, it's imperfect. But it's also beautiful, rewarding, and full of second chances. Remember, your relationship with your child is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns. But as long as you keep showing up, keep listening, keep loving, you'll find your way back to each other. It may not look the way you imagined, it may not be perfect, but it will be real, and that's what matters. So, if your child has moved out, don't lose hope. Don't give up. Use this time to reflect, to grow, to become the parent your child needs. Let go of control. Focus on connection. Listen without fixing. Respect their boundaries. Own your mistakes. And above all, love them no matter what. You've got this. You're stronger than you think. And your child is lucky to have you. Keep going. Keep loving. Keep believing in the power of change. Because sometimes the smallest change can make the biggest difference. It did for us, and it can for you too. If this story resonated with you, if you're feeling the weight of parenting an adult child, know that you're not alone. There's hope, there's healing, and there's a path forward, one step at a time. Take that first step today. Reach out, listen, let go, and watch as your relationship transforms, one conversation at a time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving your child, even when it's hard. You're doing better than you think, and your story isn't over. It's just beginning. If you found this story helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more real parent stories and practical advice. Hit the like button if you related to anything I shared, and share this video with another parent who might need to hear it. Drop your thoughts or your own story in the comments. I read every single one. You're not alone on this journey. Thanks for being here.